Easy people, welcome back to my channel at Big Steve MCFC. This is Manchester City versus Bayern Munich Champions League preview. I'm joined by my good friends, Luke, MCFC lads. How are you, mate?
Good, cheers, Steve. Nice one, mate.
Just woke up, have you, mate? Yeah, lazy bastard.
Absolutely not, Steve. I've been up since 7 a.m. here, mate. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, of course you have. And Daps, how are you doing, mate? Okay?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Everything is good our side of the water, or in the water, where we swim, the sharks.
Don't mention water. The sharks been lurking around and that. And if I put me on like this, it's been upsetting people and that. So we're not mentioning any sharks, any blood in the water or anything because it's getting a bit peak. But listen, fellas, the league weekend, we got the job done. We're looking good on all accounts in the Premier League. We're having a breather from it. This is the Champions League, big night, under the lights, Etihad Stadium, Bayern Munich. Luke, we're having it, aren't we?
Steve, I think we've got to win the game. To be fair, I think it's as we've seen when it was a draw. It's one of the difficult games he could have got. But I think, to be fair, Bayern, they're not in the best form. You've got Tuchel come in, but they've had a few. I think they got knocked out of the cup a few days ago, maybe, and then they've won 1-0 at the weekend. And I think I've looked on Twitter and things. I think the Bayern fans are a bit cautious. I don't think they're too happy about coming to the Etihad. We're unbeaten in God knows how many games. It's 20 something games unbeaten at home in the Champions League. I think it's going to be a difficult game, but yeah, we're having it. We're obviously having it, mate.
What are you thinking, Daps? Do you think we need something to take to Germany with us? In my opinion, you know the way we've been playing, Bayern Munich, Tommy Tuchel and the boys, they won't be fancying this, surely to not.
Do you know what? Right. So let's just forget what Erling Haaland has done in the league, because he's done in the league what he's done in the league. But that's City in the league. We all know kind of, and I believe the reason why we went for him is obviously his profile is important, but I think whether it be Pep, whether it be the board, decided, do you know what? We need something different in the Champions League. We need to try something different. We need to try this. You know, last season, it was a good game. The game against Real Madrid at home was good, but the talk at the time was we didn't make that gap enough. We didn't take our chances. And that's where I look at the Leipzig game, the second leg, and that was a message, right? That Haaland in the Champions League, he's coming for Mbappe big time. He wants that record. He wants another record. And he showed, you give him chances. He's not going to be like, I'm happy with 2, I'm happy with 3, I'm happy with 4. He was pissed off. He got subbed after 5, right? That was a message that any team that comes to the Etihad, that's what he wants to do to you. And I don't think, you know what? It's funny. Alvarez got brought on yesterday just before the penalty. Otherwise, it would have been 3 hat-tricks in a row. But look, Pep looked at it, and it's funny. Who was it that game when he got subbed off against Leipzig? Robbie tried saying to me, "Oh, don't you think that that was bad from Pep? He should have let Haaland stay on and get a second hat trick." I said, "Right, that's the narrative in the press because you need a narrative against our club. However, imagine if Pep kept him on and he got injured, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
right. So come on, don't do this." Right, we were fucking 5 or 6-0 up. Right, don't be stupid. Again, Pep brought him off against Southampton because this Bayern game, we need Haaland. We need a hat trick Haaland. And it sounds mad saying it, but how many hat tricks has he got this season?
A lot.
6 or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, you hit the nail on the head there with it. Last season, I think we let a few teams off the hook. I think our finishing cost us. We left the door open for Real Madrid. Next minute, they sneaked in, and then they done us at the Bernabeu. I think we got to take a lead to Bayern. I think Bayern are well aware of what Man City are about. I think looking at the way we're playing at the minute and thinking that they're purring. So they've got a tough decision. Do they come to the Etihad and try and stop us playing and maybe keep it low, like a 1-0 or a 1-1 or a 0-0? Or do they come to the Etihad and think, you know what, we need to take something back to Germany as well? Because I don't think we fear them in Germany. I don't think we fear going there. I think that Bayern Munich are under a little bit of a change. Tuchel's come in. They're not playing great. But this might be a welcome distraction for them. European football as well. Bit of a breather from the league. Choupo-Moting's not playing for Bayern. Matthias Tell's not playing. I've heard that Muller might start ahead of Mane. I've not heard much on Leroy Sané. But just speaking on Leroy Sané, obviously Leroy was a big hero at Manchester City. For me, he left a little bit too early. But Luke, you don't see Leroy getting any bad reaction from the fans? You think he'd be like a hero?
Yeah, no chance. I think when his name's read out, everyone will cheer and clap. But I think as soon as the game kicks off, I think he just sort of neutralises a bit. I don't think he'll, when he's getting the ball or coming over to take a corner, I don't think he'll be getting that many claps and cheers because it's a massive game, obviously. But I think at the start of the game, the end of the game, he'll get a nice clap, a nice cheer off all the fans. He's got to, really, hasn't
he? Yeah. What about you, Daps? You think the same?
Yeah, I think the same with Sané. Our fan base love him. They really do. You know what? Maybe a bit less the game going fans. We all love him, but I know our online fan base fucking love him. Right? They really do. The Twitter lot adore him. He's their King Clancy, Steve. He really is, right?
Yeah, they love him.
For me, I always compare Sané. Sané to me is like when we were young. He's like our Peter Beagrie. He's that exciting player, right? But I think he will. I think Luke's spot on. Once the game starts, there won't be no clapping him at corners. Maybe once we're doing the olays like we did against Liverpool, maybe then. But do you know what I was just thinking? Remember when we played? Who did he play for before us? Was it Schalke?
Schalke, yeah.
And he had a fucking beast game against Schalke, didn't he?
He smashed like a free kick in from the halfway.
Yeah. And I'm just thinking that one. But yeah, the one I'm intrigued about is Cancelo in the reception. If he starts, the reception he gets.
Yeah, well, he was my next victim on it. Obviously, he's left Man City under a bit of a cloud. We do know that he's seen his arse a little bit. We do know that he likes to DM certain Man City accounts crying about people talking to him and stuff, but we won't mention any names. And at the end of the day, he's clearly rattled over there at Bayern Munich. It's not gone to plan. I think he's trying to worm his way back in at City, making sure he's got an avenue to come back there. I think we're a better side without him. I don't think we need him anymore. We've proved that. And it'd be interesting to see if the City fans get on his case because he said some weird things. Oh, Tommy Tuchel knocked me out of the Champions League. I hope that he can win it for me this year. Then he's backtracking. Then he's now saying the same thing again. So I think he's a very emotional guy. So it'd be nice to beat them with him in the team for me.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's just, if he plays, I think we've got an advantage straight away. His head's not in it at all. There's no professional footballer DMing people like that, losing his head over something that was a fact as well. Do you know what I mean?
Hold on, did he actually DM you?
Yeah. Yeah, he did, to be fair. He just lost his head. That's a Big Steve exclusive there. But that's why you got to subscribe, got bad. Drop the subscribe on Big Steve there. But yeah, he's lost his head. There's no way he can play in a game against City when he's losing his head like that. His head's not in it at all. And I think genuinely, if he does play, I think the City players will get in his head as well because it's a big game. You've got to
I think he's upset a few players. I've heard he's upset a few City players, so I think there's a few after him. So he might be getting rattled a few times. I think, but
I genuinely think if you're Tuchel now, you don't start him. I know he had a few spells without minutes. Since Tuchel's come in, I think he started the last 2 or 3 games in a row. So he has been getting the minutes now, but you can't play him. You just can't play him.
I'm surprised City didn't put a clause in the contract to say he couldn't play. Or a gentleman's agreement or something and say, look, they've not got a buy on. They've not got an obligation to buy. So you could end up back here. So, for the best of both parties, let's just sign this here now and say that don't happen. But, we'll see. Listen, Bayern Munich.
What it is? It is with that though, Steve. Is that just tells you that was Pep wanting him away from the squad because he was causing trouble. There wasn't time; it was rushed. But I just think away from the fact of all of that and how rattled he might be already, this isn't because he's left us. I said it before; it's documented, right? Cancelo has started when he's been at City. He started the last 2 seasons as our main choice left back, right? But by the end of both seasons, Zinchenko is in. We talk about Zinchenko's games against PSG, right? We have that. I can't tell you a Champions League game in the knockout stages where I'm going, fucking Cancelo was unreal, man. I can't. Defensively, I compare him to Trent. In the right system, unbelievable. But for me, I think Luke's spot on. If we look at that, we know his flaws. And I wouldn't be starting him. There's a reason why he's had 5 clubs in 5 years. Right?
Well, talking about Cancelo and him spitting his dummy out and not wanting this, moves me nicely onto another player that could spit his dummy out if he wanted to, in Emerick Laporte. Laporte, something's definitely gone on. We don't know what it is, but it's definitely not right. Whether he said he wants to leave, another situation. Cancelo got his chance. It was a transfer window. Laporte can't. Laporte's not even getting 10, 15 minutes when we're winning 4-1. So something's gone on there. I know in the past Laporte's played in the Champions League, but for me, Luke, I don't know about you, but I think it's the end of Laporte. I think something's gone sour, and I don't think he's coming back from it.
Yeah, I think something's gone wrong, definitely. Cancelo's gone out on loan, as you said, but I've seen him on Twitter. He put like, great job, guys. He tweeted out. There wasn't even like a picture there. Somebody replied to him and said, we want you back. And he put like, me too, or something like that. It was a pretty weird thing. So who knows what's going on?
We're playing well at the minute without him. Like you say, Pep's got a bit of rhythm going with the lads. He prefers Akanji there. And me and Daps were speaking off air about Akanji, saying that, him and Diaz, that partnership works. I think Ruben talks to him a lot, gets him through it. But from a City point of view, the City team, the team that started against Southampton, is that the team we're going with for Bayern Munich, or is he gonna change it? Will Kyle Walker maybe come in because of the pace, or is he just gonna? Are we just gonna stick with what we have, or does Riyad Mahrez miss out because
Gundo didn't start against Southampton, did he?
Yeah, he started. Yeah,
I think he did. Yeah.
Gundogan started. Okay. Riyad started, but then he took Riyad off and put on Bernardo, which I thought was massive, and then he brought Walker on just for the pace because they were getting in round the back. But we know Bayern Munich have got pace. We know Tommy Tuchel likes to try and get us on the counter attack. But I don't see him changing the lineup. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think there might be. Bernardo came off the bench. Maybe he might start Bernardo. I think he's got a lot of energy.
Last 2, he's come off the bench as well. Liverpool came off the bench as well, didn't he?
So it's a weird one. Yeah, I think most of the team will probably be the same though. Yeah, there might be a couple.
Riyad in the Champions
we ain't got Foden is a that the one. If we're looking at Mahrez or Grealish, we'd be going, oh well, maybe Foden might, but Foden won't.
A couple. Foden,
I don't know. With Mahrez in the Champions League, generally he comes alive. The Ramadan thing, it is a thing. Speaking with my mates, your body feels different. Your body feels fitter, stronger, healthier. I think Mahrez will start. I think you're right there. I think Gundogan will start because of the fact that I think he knows the way German teams play, the control in midfield. Look, whatever midfield Bayern put out, it's going to be a good midfield. So that's where you think, right, do we put Stones in? Because if we put Stones in, he'll sit alongside Rodri, and then it gives us that extra body in midfield. Or, which is what we did against Liverpool when we didn't think we would. Or do we go, actually, their pace is too much. This one, we need Walker in. Beauty's his first leg, and we can always know we do have a second leg.
We know Kyle can't do that inverted fullback. We could see that when he played. Pep's confirmed it, so we do know that he can't do that. But one thing for me that's going to be important for City tomorrow is the supporters. I think the Champions League nights at the Etihad, the last few times we've been there, have been sensational. I think the South Stand, have got to be up for it. I think we know what we need to do. 1894 group are organising a coach welcoming tomorrow. I believe main entrance is at Luke 6:30.
Yeah, so the bus comes, I think it's a bit earlier than the last one. The bus actually gets there at 6:30. So you're sort of wanting to be there a bit before that if you can.
I've noticed the team news always comes out a little bit earlier for Champions League.
It's 15. It's 1 hour 15 before in the league.
So if we're telling people to get there about 6:15 to the main reception, the main entrance, get behind the team. We've done a few of these coach welcomings. It does help. You know what I mean? It's something obviously that if you want to do it, do it. If you don't, and you'd rather go on the piss and get in the boozer. We're not telling you to do it. Just saying, there's a lot of people milling about at a loose end, so it's better to get round there and get the atmosphere going beforehand. But the key for the atmosphere is in the ground. They're going to do a light show for the kids and all that. I don't mind it. I think it's good. It builds the atmosphere nice.
No, hold on, Steve. No. That's not what it's there for. It's there to hide the empty seats.
To hide empty seats for a well-known toss, he said. But at the end of the day, it's, we've got an important part to play in this Champions League running and this league running. But Champions League nights, we said it, we've not even peaked yet. There's memorable nights to be had at the Etihad Stadium. And for me, starting tomorrow night is one of them. Bayern Munich, one of the elite teams in Europe, coming to Manchester City, and they know they're in for a game. We got to get behind them from the off. Get this Erling Haaland on fire like Leipzig, and let's go to Germany, with a 2-goal, 3-goal lead. We can do it. I can really see us getting into Bayern Munich, and not letting them off the hook. And I think that's what we got to do from the off. We've got to get everyone in the stadium, get that atmosphere up, and get behind the boys.
Yeah. Do you know what? I think we need to learn from the Leipzig games, because I've heard, I'm not going to claim that I don't watch much apart from City, to be frank with you, but I definitely don't watch too much Bundesliga. But I have heard that the way Leipzig tried to play in the second game, this end-to-end stuff, that's the Bundesliga. It's not possession-based, it's end-to-end football. Now, Haaland, that's what he thrives on. And we saw that in the second game against Leipzig. We spoke earlier on, I pinpointed in the league, the Forest game, how that was like our Crystal Palace last season, right? When I think we drew with Palace last season. Then after that, we went on. And the Forest game, we were good in the Forest game, but we weren't killers. And since then, we've become fucking killers. And I think with Leipzig, we were good first half against Leipzig. Second half, we weren't killers. And you saw the second game against Leipzig, we were a completely different team. And I think that's how we have to be against Munich. And I think ultimately, that's how Haaland's going to be. He's coming for records in that competition. He's a man that sets himself goals and wants to hit them. I can see it. And I said when we got Bayern, I'm not mad at the draw, because I think we needed one more game before Real Madrid again to get revenge. It would have been great to get someone like Inter or AC, but we've gone and got Bayern. We beat Bayern, right? We are buzzing. Not in the league, in the Champions League, everything. We know we can really achieve some greatness this season. And I think Haaland, Grealish, De Bruyne is now back cooking. Ruben leading us. Yeah, man. Do you know I want to see have a good game as well, by the way? Edison, just to shut up all the Edison haters. I really want to see Edison have a good game as well.
I've never got... Don't get me wrong, Edison sometimes. I think one of the games the other week we won, but it was his worst game. Every kick he was going out for a throw-in. And
I remember.
But at the end of the day, Edison's been massive for what Man City have been doing. And I think what it is a lot of fans, they've got nothing to moan about. So they're creating something to moan about. It is what it is. I got it all the time last season. Edison this, you stick up for him, you're this. Main road losers. Me and Daps were main road losers, man. We always stick up for the team. We never criticise them, but what do you want me to say?
I saw somebody saying, obviously Ramsdale had a good game yesterday. They were saying, he's a better keeper than Edison. But if you ask Pep now, who would you rather have, Edison or Ramsdale? He'd probably just laugh at you, wouldn't you, really? With that.
Edison doesn't go till Pep goes.
Yeah.
100%. No, you're right. And at the end of the day, I'm really excited for it. This is the end of the season where Luke, you was on coaches to Southampton. It's a nightmare. I was driving there and back. Tomorrow, it's Champions League. And then next week, we're flying out to Germany. And then we're coming back and there's a semi-final. So things are coming thick and fast. But I think we've got to be confident the way the team's playing that, we've got a great chance against Bayern tomorrow. Great chance. Well, right, Dap's not going to give me a prediction, because he never does. But what do you reckon, Luke?
At the end of the season, can't do it, man.
Steve, it's 3-1 City. I think they'll score.
City.
I think it's going to be difficult to stop them scoring because they are an efficient team. I'm going to go 3-1 City.
And do you think 3-1 will be enough?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I think two goal advantage. I think is good.
I don't think we're not scoring over there. To be honest,
yeah, I think 3-1 here, and then sort of as I'm looking at it now, 1-1 or maybe 2-1 to them. That kind of score, maybe 2-1 to us, like a pretty, stalemate kind of game over there.
I don't know. I think 3-1 is a beautiful score, right? Any 2-goal lead against Bayern, I think plays right into our hands because second leg, it then means you have to come at us. You can't be too patient. You can be patient for the first 25, but there's going to get... And then that leaves the gaps for Haaland. The minute a team has to really start coming at us, that's problems. That is where, against this City team, it's a problem. So I think 3-1 would be good. I'd be happy with that. I would be.
Yeah, I just had 2-0 in my head for a while. I don't know why. I've just been thinking 2-0. I just think we get the job done. I think the back four at the minute, I know we conceded against Southampton, but it was pretty shit. But I think at the Etihad, I think we're going to keep it tight. Nice performance, 2-0. Going to Germany with a lead, makes the job a lot easier for me. I think that we're just ticking at the right time. We're purring. I think the supporters are all pulling in the same direction. We've all seen the away end at Southampton at weekend was bouncing. And tomorrow night, we've got to get that coach welcoming bang on. We've got to get in the stadium early. Get your chicken balti pie. You just missed a belting stream. If you haven't seen mine and Daps Southampton review, there's a competition because I won a bet. I won a bet on the Liverpool game, so I won £1,000. And the live chat was saying, "Oh, get us a beer and all that." So I said, the first person that comes up to me at the stadium tomorrow in the bar and tells me the secret code word, which is chicken balti pie, gets 2 pints and a chicken balti pie. So this is, what more do you want, Luke? You know what I mean? This is not Mr. Beast. We ain't giving away cars. We're giving away chicken balti pies and 2 pints at the match.
Beast, Mr. Steve MCFC, yeah.
You know what I mean? We're all about giving it. We're about giving back. It's not Goldbridge. We ain't taking your dough and giving you back fuck all. We're giving you back pies, man. What more do you want?
Oh, hold on. To be fair, I feel like you should actually be claiming something back off of Goldbridge because he's doing live shows and putting you on fucking big screens. So
your image right, Steve.
You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I mean? I know, listen, he needed to get his ratings up, so he's obviously gone in on me. But, it is what it is. I'm box office, aren't I? I should be on everyone's big screen. So, there's only one person got rattled by that. And it wasn't me that got a full editing crew to edit out the clip and put it on a big screen and get a little button to press and call me. What did he call me? Ronnie Pickering. Mark Goldbridge called me Ronnie Pickering. So I'm privileged.
Someone's clearly rattled.
Yeah, man, it's good.
Exactly.
But listen, lads, it's been a pleasure. It was a quick preview. Yeah. Bayern Munich tomorrow. We've got to get the job done. This is it. Business end of the season. Man City, Champions League. We learned our lesson from last year. We're going all the way. Let's have it. Listen, Luke, where can they find you, mate?
They can find me, MCFC Lads, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. But the main thing is, Steve, we get your subscribers. So anyone here that's watching this, that's got like a dog, a mum, whatever's iPad, go and spare. Get Steve subscribed on there. Send it to your mates. Get them subscribed. We'll get Steve subscribers up. That's the main thing for me.
Yeah, you at 100k yet?
Nearly. We're a couple K off. We'll be there soon.
Yeah, Steve, I was telling him the other day, mate, this guy is going to be a big success in life. The way he just... Do you know some of the... I didn't know about how someone's in his DMs, right? But do you know the amount of fucking accounts this guy's got?
No, he's doing well, man. And listen, he deserves it. I've said it for a long time. 100%. There's no point anyone doing these vlogs because Luke nails it. And any Man City fan, we're all together. We all got to look after each other. We all should support our own channels. But Luke's nearly at 100k. And in YouTube terms, 100k, you get the plaque. There's nothing more I wanted to see than him get that plaque. Yeah, so 100%. Any of my followers, get on to Luke, MCFC Lads, all your burner accounts, go and follow him. Let's get him to 100k. He's one of our own, man. There's bellends out there who support other football teams that are getting all the credit. And there's lads like Luke that goes week in, week out. He's a student. He's saving his dough up. He's bringing you all content. And he can't, listen, it's worth its weight in gold. He's got no production team around him. It's all on himself. He's with the lads. He's trying to enjoy the game, but he's also thinking about the bigger picture. So go and support Luke. Get him to 100k. Daps, where can they find you?
Never a foul. Never a foul. Yeah, got a show at 3:30. Oh, no. In fact, this is airing tomorrow, so ignore that completely. Never a foul, where we talk all football. I have co-hosts that are shithouses, United fans that go quiet at times. And then because Marshall comes on the pitch, they go loud again. But jump on. Take the piss out of them. It's fun.
Now, listen, people, it's been a pleasure. Please like, Drop a comment. We'll all three of us will get in the comments and reply back to you and have a chat. And listen, Champions League, Etihad Stadium, Manchester weather. Come on, City. Let's go.